Towards the left of the group, Funny Story, the red sleeves and cap showing plenty of daylight and early speed, with Canadian Smoke showing a black and white jacket, and favourite Ivory Madonna, the grey filly, a couple of lengths off the pace, gets plenty of cover. Among those held up, Rose Prick in a light blue jacket. It's a learning curve early for Mystic Pearl in the dark blues, being chivied along, and Five Towns in the orange and yellow as the back marker, and they've moved through halfway. Running downhill now towards the last 2.5 furlongs, down the middle, Star Mass Purple Sleeves has the lead. To on the right, Miss New York. Ivory Madonna now beginning to switch, second from the right, the grey filly. Towards the left, Cruise in a claret jacket moves through to hold every chance, with Funny Story, who's just inclined to lean left. Ascending now for the last furlong. Funny Story has moved through to take over from Cruise, Ivory Madonna, Miss New York and Rose Prick on the far side, and despite leaning left, it's Funny Story in front and running on willingly. Last laugh goes to Funny Story, who wins readily. A length and a half to Green Team in his slipstream. Zechariah away to the right, pale blue jacket for more has got clear sailing right alongside Deauville Legend, the white and red, as they leave the half mile behind them. Massacala, dark blue cap now just being asked for more effort as the gallop begins to unwind, and Walk of Stars in the royal blue is still just about last. Inside the three, Al Kareem under the rail is ridden. Zechariah second from the right is getting there. Deauville Legend in the white and red moves through to hold every chance. Massacala on the extreme right has still got a couple of lengths to make up. Walk of Stars, royal blue trying to close. Downhill now towards the last furlong and a half. Al Kareem headed by Deauville Legend, who just leans into his path. Walk of Stars and Zechariah on the right are chasing. Deauville Legend in front as they head for the last 150 yards. Walk of Stars leaning left, throwing out the challenge. Al Kareem in the noseband, rallying pluckily. Deauville Legend, Walk of Stars, Al Kareem, three in a line as they hit the charge. Deauville Legend, Al Kareem, a Walk of Stars in a tremendous finish. Through the first furlong and a half, Harry Time with the hoop sleeves chases the leading three, with Waiting All Night, the black cap, Brave Nation, green and yellow, and Mysterious Night, the white-faced colt, held up at the back of the field, just switched towards the near side. 2.5 furlongs completed in the July Stakes. They're moving towards halfway. King's Crown in the noseband. Show Respect out in the centre. Persian Force up between them, Violet Jacket. Then Harry Time, the hoop sleeves, Waiting All Night, Mysterious Night towards the extreme left, close to the near side, Running Rail making an effort. Brave Nation, green and yellow, finessed into it down the middle. Downhill now towards the last furlong and a half. Persian Force under the rail has moved through to take over here from Show Respect. Harry Time is being pulled out into the centre, running on from Brave Nation. Mysterious Night trying to burrow through in behind. Deep inside the furlong though, it's Persian Force a couple of lengths clear. Show Respect is chasing, but he's chasing in vain. Persian Force, an irresistible force, wins the July Stakes from Show Respect. Ingrator towards the right in a dark jacket is showing speed over there from Gisborne and Bosch. Also racing over there, Hierarchy in the emerald green, and Deodar in that cluster as well on the right as they complete 2.5 furlongs. Deodar with a pink cap. Lethal Levi has the overall lead though towards the near side of centre. To Le Beau Garçon, 12th Night and Lil Guff, and then Kanjar in a blue jacket. From Anadora, Atomic Lady, they're moving down towards the last quarter mile. Bear Prophet is further back, and then comes Coonan to Showtime Mahomes. Running downhill towards the last furlong and a half, and it's still Lethal Levi in front. Chased by Le Beau Garçon, the noseband. Lil Guff in the red and yellow. Kanjar down the middle in a blue jacket. Gisborne and Hierarchy on the far side. Lethal Levi has made most. He's still in front with 200 yards to cover. Admiral D from out of the pack with Kanjar closing fast with Deodar, but Lethal Levi has made all. They didn't see which way he went. Lethal Levi from Admiral D and Kanjar as you're blue down the near side, then Deodar, Lil Guff and Le Beau Garçon. Aboard the front running Global Storm as they head for the last half mile. Living Legend is now asked to get a little closer, more sitting lower in the saddle. Mostadaf away to the right, breezing into it. West End Charmer, hoop cap under a drive. Frankie's beginning to burrow through against the running rail now aboard New Mandate. Yibir still towards the rear. Buick crouching low, heading towards the last quarter mile. Global Storm joined by Living Legend and Mostadaf second from the right, making a line of three. Here's Yibir on the extreme right. New Mandate still trying to thread a passage in behind. West End Charmer is beaten. Uphill for the last furlong they come. Living Legend tackling Global Storm. Yibir though joining them on the far side. Mostadaf looking held, and it's Yibir who's power to the front, beginning to draw on now. The globe-trotting Yibir will add a Princess of Wales's Close Brothers Stakes to his already impressive profile. As the two groups effectively converge, moving down towards halfway. Monada on the left, stripe cap with a narrow advantage. Mighty Ulysses leading the cluster on the right, but still under heavy restraint from Frankie. Dawn of Liberation tracking in with Berkshire Shadow, the Acropolis. King Max Violet Jacket waiting in the wings. Alf Layla, one off the fence, Black Cap getting a bit closer. Albar hard under the rail, the all blue held together as they run down now towards the last couple of furlongs. Beginning to cluster around Frankie. Mighty Ulysses tackled on the right by Berkshire Shadow. Manada drifting across to join them. Then the Acropolis. Albar has got plenty of daylight down the running rail, picking up as they race down into the dip. Berkshire Shadow has nosed ahead from Mighty Ulysses. Then Manada, the Acropolis, Alf Layla, King Max and a Violet Jacket from Albar. Mighty Ulysses back alongside Berkshire Shadow, nosing on again. Dettori up the drive. Mighty Ulysses. It's Dettori and the Gosdens. Mighty Ulysses. And Repertoire in the white. On the near side, Evocative Spark. Just ahead of Enforced in a yellow jacket. And then Echo Point in the all blue, tracked by Dingle, the purple and white coast and the red and white. And Power of Darkness, the dark cap, is just last of the left-hand group as they move on down now towards the final 3 furlongs. Fairly well grouped up. Still on the right, Noble Dynasty leading that cluster there to Balearic and Pistoletto, Humanitarian, the maroon cap, Desert Doctor and Repertoire. Enforced yellow jacket now being asked for a bit more. Evocative Spark second from the left, and further left to Echo Point now beginning to close down the leaders, followed through by Coast, and then Dingle and Power of Darkness remains in rear. They're running downhill now towards the last furlong and a half, and it's the Godolphin pair in front here. Noble Dynasty, the white cap, tackled by Echo Point on the near side. They've broken a couple of lengths clear from Power of Darkness, burrowing through against the fence, running on strongly. Noble Dynasty, Echo Point, Power of Darkness back in third, 100 yards to cover. Noble Dynasty and Buick in front in a Godolphin 1-2. Noble Dynasty beats Echo Point.